By a quick show of hands, has anyone here felt lonely or depressed? Well, in 8th grade, I was obsessed with taking my own life. I was sitting one night in my parents' car while I was running in the garage, and I thought to myself, you know what? I deserve a second chance. From then on, I fell in love with photography and biking as a hobby and a passion. And I thought to myself, maybe there is more to life than all this pain I've been experiencing. From there, I really wanted to set out and understand this one question. What is the point of my life? Well, this is the journey of finding my North Star. My name is Brendan Wang. I left my middle school as a sheltered charter school kid, and I went into a public high school, quickly finding new friends. Here, I'll show that in a minute. I know you're all excited to see that, but I fell in love with just having fun. In high school, I was constantly pursuing the adrenaline chase. I was able to start driving at a very early age, and I became friends with people in which all we did was sit around and hit our vape all day. Now, this later became an addiction. It's an addiction that I've struggled with for many years following that. It's also something that's incredibly difficult to break. In my junior year of high school, I had yet another near-death experience. In this, I found my sense of purpose. It's to help people live happier, healthier lives toward a cleaner, greener planet. I put a picture up as Scooby-Doo, and this was my Halloween costume. It's not just having fun. But it was from an AP Psych class that I started to really love psychology. I've always wanted to connect with what motivates us. Why do we do the things that we do? And I became fascinated with asking myself, well, what is it that I want to do? I wanted to become a psychologist or a therapist, but I wanted to create more impact beyond that. So I wondered to myself, how can I actually actualize upon that pursuit to help people live happier and healthier lives? Well, in my senior year of high school, I invented the Boca Band. This here is a bracelet with your long and short-term goals written on your wrist to see where to take yourself and how to get yourself there. In building this, I was able to teach myself about discipline and follow through on goals that I'd like to achieve. It was difficult though. I had friends that left me because I was starting a business, and the path was somewhat lonely. But through this, I listened to my heart and I listened to my gut because I fell in love with solving a problem. I was able to take a product idea, prototype it, bring it into production, and ultimately run a profitable business for us. However, I knew I had to do the next step, and that's, for me, go to college. I became a Spartan. It was either go blue or go green, but I'm happy it turned out to be go green. From here, I pursued supply chain management because I fell in love with product innovation and solving problems to this standpoint. I was very fortunate in my freshman year to have been very attentive to my college experience, but because of that, I fell out of passion with Boca Bands. So what was next? Well, I had an internship at GE Aviation in Cincinnati, where I also was fortunate to lead a group of interns planning events for 286 people in Cincinnati. I fell in love with the opportunities that presented me with leadership and knew that I want to really push myself and build communities. I really want people to experience happiness and to collaborate together. So I returned to school my sophomore year. Here I am, it's a blank slate. I thought to myself, what problem can I solve next? I know that corporate route isn't for me, and I want to be able to really exercise and push myself to that full extent I'm capable of it. I started CAPNOS. Well, it was in my welcome week that I noticed many of my friends also struggling to quit vaping. Here they were, ceremoniously throwing away their jewels, only for the next day to switch to disposable vapes. When people are spending thousands of dollars on these vapes and then killing them. At that same time, people were dying. This was late 2019, and vaping nuts were all over the news. From this, I was actually in an entrepreneurial event at Michigan State where I pulled out my Gatorade sports bottle, you know those orange caps? I took it to my mouth and I went like this. Oh my gosh, Eureka, like this is it. Everything that all my experiences has culminated into believing that there could be something made from this, and this has the potential to truly help people. From there, we spent 2 years in product research and market development just to make sure that this could truly help people. I even got myself re-addicted to nicotine just to make sure that before we launched CAPNOS, well, what exactly is the product that you can? It's called the CAPNOS Zero. In my hand is CAPNOS Easy, and this is how it works. You hit it, and there's this valve at the bottom that pops open to give you that throat hit sensation, mimicking that of vaping. Inside, it's just a silicone valve with no battery, so you're only inhaling the air around you, coupled with flavors using natural extracts like mint, orange citrus, and lavender. In January, we launched the CAPNOS Zero of last year. In March, we launched the Cap Packs, and this past December, we launched the Easy, which is built for mouth pulls, and the Zero being for lung pulls. The thing is, there's been no other product on the market like this. We're the first of our kind to have a product that has zero smoke, zero nicotine, zero charge. It's also truly accessible. When we look at youth quitting, they can't buy nicotine replacement therapies. It's too expensive, therapy is expensive, but we have a product that only costs $25 and can last forever. The base unit hitter, you buy once, you can hit it for tens of thousands of cycles with only 4 drops of natural extract, lasting 2 to 4 weeks of flavor freshness on the caps. This truly is a testament to creating a business truly to solve a problem and not just for profits. However, we recognize that there's a tremendous market here at present, where 1 out of 8 people are smoking. Smoking is the leading cause of death, taking 8 million lives per year, and the global tobacco industry is valued at well over $1 trillion. The thing is, when we follow it down to look within the US, we have discovered that the majority of people want to quit. On top of that, we've surveyed thousands of people to discover that 2 out of every 3 people actually have a root issue to the oral fixation, which starts as a nicotine craving, builds up over time with that tolerance, and has then evolved into the satisfaction for the act itself. Well, we imagine that by just reaching 5% of the US market, we can reach over 1 million people. But we're here to build a global company. Given that, well, how well has CAPNOS actually performed in the market? In the last 12 months, we've been able to ship over 26,000 products across 20 countries. Our efficacy rates have been shown to be 12 times more effective than that of nicotine gum. We've helped people go over 2 million days nicotine-free, saving $6 million in vaping with smoking costs, while growing consistently as a company and being profitable. Throughout this period, we've been able to keep building our team and keep building upon the impasse. And when we read the customer reviews, we have cancer patients, pregnant mothers, people who have been smoking or vaping for decades, having tried everything on the market, and finally succeeding with CAPNOS products. This points back to the North Star. I mean, this is truly making an impactful difference to help people take over those addictions. From then on, it's also important that we understand how our values align with that of our customers. You see, we're actually able to help youth populations. We have endorsements from school administrators, from parents, and we see to it that at each age level, there's a different craving or a different reason for why people vape and continue to do so. In youth and young adults, it's largely because it's to fit in. It's extremely difficult to quit when all your friends are still vaping. We also see to it that people who vape or smoke have a coping mechanism. You're stressed out, you're anxious, and that familiar feeling of putting something to your mouth is often what gives that sense of calmness. With this, we're now focusing on expanding our operations to partner with retailers, convenience store owners, vape shops, school administrative programs, health insurance payers, and to keep expanding our reach to reach that global market. We couldn't be where we are today without the support of our team. I'd also like to acknowledge that Michigan State University has played a significant role in the development of CAPNOS because we've had access to interns, to funding, to mentorship. That has all been incredibly valued. You see, entrepreneurial privilege is certainly a thing. We don't talk about it all the time, but I'm very fortunate to have had the support of the community to bring us here, all the while building a team along the way with Alec, our VP of Auxiliary. He's been with us since March of 2020. And we built a team spanning across 4 different countries at our height, having over 18 members as part of our team. This year in 2023, we're aiming to build. We're testing marketing strategies, we're testing partnership opportunity, and really refining how we can go into the next year to fully scale. From there, we're putting capital to the most effective and efficient that it can be while we operate lean as a company, yet still be able to achieve profits while helping from a social standpoint. In 2025, we aim to corner the US market, but we're already putting initial legwork to scale into global markets. 80% of smokers actually live in low-income populations. So we want to be able to help provide them with something that they can actually use and not have to buy over and over again. Well, how does this connect with my North Star? As a freshman in college, I was very fortunate to find my best friend and now partner, Ethan. We're actually moving out to Denver, Colorado together in 2 weeks from now. Throughout this time, I've really connected with my passions to travel the world, to learn from different communities, and recognize that, yes, people really all just one. And from that, it's an area in which I've really wanted to recognize that it's all a process, right? I like to measure success by being able to adapt and overcome the problems. You know, throughout my journey, I've had to deal with lots of different hardships, right? Whether it's COVID, to sexual abuse, to gun violence, to all sorts of things. And it's been really tough. But when it comes back to motivation, there's also that element of discipline that has helped push myself and our team to keep going on no matter what happens. And with that, I just want to thank you all for hearing more about my story. And for the meantime, we're going to keep focusing on our mission to put a cap on vaping.